a lot of you guys asked me about my Underglow on my car and the front lip as well. So there is a lot of talking and showing. So I decided to make a short video showing you how to I mounted the LEDs and the front lip. So basically the LEDs and the front lip are the Chinese version. Like you can buy them on Alibaba or AliExpress, whatever. I bought them on Polish auction site called Allegro, like for about 120 zloty per LEDs and 120 as well for the front lip. So 120 zloty is about, I'm guessing right now, about $30 or $40. I don't know, but let me check. So the LEDs working very well, actually. I'm pretty surprised how it works. Because I got lower than my Miata, I destroyed them like 5 times. So like the left side of my car doesn't work as well. I don't have the LEDs in my back under my exhaust because I was afraid that the heat will destroy them. So I put one under my registration plate and one under my engine cover, and on the left and the right side. So I got one LED right out here. You cannot see it. I can even show you on camera where is it. And there is like I don't know how it's called, the engine, the plastic engine cover that comes with the Mazda. So I placed one under here. Everything is mounted on mounting glue, so it's holding perfectly in every conditions, so that's quite okay. The front lip, that's how it looks. I know it's not in very well condition, as you can see, and like for a few zlotys, because I'm living in Poland actually, for a few zlotys you got I mean it's plastic, you know, it's mounted on few bolts because they are the bolts that holding the engine cover right here. So I make holes in the front lip and mounted it with the same holes and the same screws. Only here I need to change the screws to be longer because this is like thicker than here, because it's like a universal one that comes in three parts. Yeah, the left and right side of this kind of wing, I think, and the middle part. And yeah, it comes along with me with a lot of troubles, but it saved me every single time. It saves my bumper from damaging from sidewalks and etc. because it's lowered. So for few zlotys, for me it's like the best choice. I got my friend that had the same, maybe that will be back. That the same NC, the NC1. He had the same front lip, but he just pushed it to the front that it looks more aggressive, but it just broke in a few weeks because some kind of rock hit that, or I don't know. So let's check how the wiring on the LEDs works on my car. And I want to say that my wiring looks really bad because I call it prototype because I bought the LEDs and none of my friends got this on NC. So I just need to figure out how I have to mount it, where to put the wiring and all of that. So it's look very messy, but I mounted few of these sets on few NCs. There are a few problems that I will tell you later, but in other cars obviously I used other wires because I use Ethernet cable to run the wires. But actually on other NCs I use like the speaker wire, and it worked just fine and looks way better than the Ethernet cable. So I will show you in a moment. There are a few problems with these LEDs. when you buy the LED, first, what do you have to check is plug them into the power, see if they works. Just because there is a Chinese version of LEDs, you have to press red, green, and blue each separately, and look if every single, I don't know how it's called, part of the LEDs works. Because once I installed the LEDs, glue them to the under the car, put the wiring, turn them on, and what? The LEDs doesn't have the blue color, I guess. So when you turn, let's say, I don't know about the colors, but you turn the some color, let's say red. So the three parts of the LEDs were red, and one was the other color, because on the one LED there was no red LED. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe you can get it. That's quite easy to understand, but I'm not an English speaking person, so that's quite hard to me to explain something. So the main part of the LEDs is this box. Don't mind this box because this is my exhaust valves, so doesn't look at it. There is a lot of cables coming out from the main box. 4 of them are the LEDs. Like there is a 4 part of LEDs, 2 longer and 2 shorter, 1 of each side, left, right, and front and back. So I just zip tie them because it was a long. As I said, that's the prototype. I just zip tie them, and there it is. There's mine Ethernet cable. Yeah. So the power comes from, let's see, from this plug. It's coming here, and the end of this plug looks like this. This is what you got in the box. So I got Ethernet cables, like the quick connectors. I guess that's how it's called. I got quick connectors, and I run the wire from here to the battery. Just plug it to the battery. That's all. There is like a, I don't know how it's called, but you have a pilot and the receiver is here. So when you are in the car, you cannot change the actual color of the LEDs. So I cut this. I found out there was like 3 cables. Yeah, as you can see, they're red, yellow, and black, which means red is power, black is ground, and yellow is, I guess, signal. So I cut them, use the quick connectors, and from the quick connectors there is coming another part of the Ethernet cable, which is going right here. There is a little hole. Wait, that there is coming the line that you're opening the how it's called, the hood. So I put the cable over there, and that's all of the wiring here. Or maybe now, the left and right side of the LEDs that coming out of the car, I put on the cold side of the engine. That's quite important. We don't have to, we don't want to place the wires on the hot one. That will be disaster. Next, moving on to the inside of my car. Please skip that because I'm not using this is what I call the receiver. I'm not using that because I'm only using one color, and actually I destroyed it with my leg, so I need to connect it once more. But the cables, yeah, I know that looks stupid, but it works. In other cars we did it in the different way with better cable management. So the cables coming to here are coming from the engine. So they're coming the power supply. Actually, I didn't say that. I got another connector from the power supply to come here because I got the switch. I talked about it later. So the cables to the receiver coming here, and I just plugged the with quick connectors to here, zip tied it, and when I'm driving, I only just switching the colors right here. But the tricky part is I had like Jesus, this car is tiny. I had like this this little switch, which is on and off. So on the actual receiver, so from the actual receiver on the engine, they're coming like the power in the ground, power supply. I make the freeway connector, I guess it's how it's called. So I place the wire, of course, from the battery to the power supply, but the one wire is coming along to the inside of my car, the same way, coming to this switch that I showed you. And this switch is basically turning on and off your LEDs. But if you turn off, when you turn on the LEDs, they're shining, and you turn it off with your control pilot, then the switch doesn't work. When you press on the switch, that doesn't work. So you have to turn on the LEDs once and just use this switch, because sometimes you're driving and police comes maybe, so you just need to quickly turn it off, and that works fine, because I always know if I had turn on or turn off the LEDs. But when you're using the actual pilot, you don't even know, because you don't see the light from inside. So that's why I take apart like the full interior right here, make a hole, just place it the button here, and it works very well. And the actual button looks like OEM. Every friend just said to me that. So I guess that's all. I will be replacing it with maybe low glow, but I'm thinking about it, because we ordered one set of low glow to our Subaru WRXs, and I don't know actually if it's coming this year or no. I'm just kidding, but my friend bought it, and we will be testing this bad boy, because they are way better in quality than these Chinese ones, but they cost 6 times more. So I think that's it. I will try to put like a schema on every wiring that I have, but please, I'm not a graphic designer, so that will be like probably in Paint. If you have any questions, just ask. I will try to explain it as quickly as I can. And so yeah, that's me, my Miata, and my LEDs with Chinese sets of LEDs and front lip. So thank you for your attention, and just ask.